What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the, State Farm parking lot. And we've got Contracts joining us after that CLG game. Unfortunate loss, my friend, but I think we have something planned for you that might make you feel a little bit better. I talked to you a bit in the break, but I'll explain it again for the audience. Going into this game, we had each of our three analysts here make a prediction specifically about the game. And you're here to evaluate which of the takes is the worst, and therefore that person's ass should be on the line in the dunk tank, all right? We ready to go down the line and figure out what everyone's takes were?
Yep.
So, Raz, I'm going to go ahead and paraphrase, and then maybe you correct me if you think I'm way off base. Raz's prediction was that you, CLG, were going to give Doke a counter pick. Bad start. From there, he said that 100 Thieves' entire game plan was going to hard gank the counter pick top laner, but that you guys would still win because of the bottom side of the map.
Effective strategy versus Summit, 100 Thieves tend to do that a lot.
You don't have a microphone in your hand, so
I know,
everything all the protesting you're doing
if
is worthless.
Enough,
all right, so that's take number one. What's your initial assessment of that take? Pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. I mean, I think, historically, Dokla is known to play more carries, right?
Yeah.
So it's understandable, but
what happened?
I think Blabber.
What's going on here?
I think Blabber had an interview where teams try a little bit harder when it comes to playoff time, and so they pick tanks.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to adopt that kind of strategy.
That's fair.
Okay, so that's
you understand, right?
I understand.
That's take number one. We're going to move on to Emily. Emily's take this time around was a little bit counterintuitive. CLG has been like the First Blood King team. This time around, though, she said CLG will not get First Blood. However, they will get 3 kills before 15 minutes. I think you were 3 because he was 4K plus 8 at 15, but 3 kills by 15 minutes. Now, you basically made her a liar within the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't believe in me. I mean, she even had the notebook with all the.
Kind of messed up.
Even yesterday, I had First Blood as well.
Yeah, there you go. Kind of messed up, right?
I'm the new First Blood King.
Sorry, what was that, Red?
Kind of messed up, right?
It's kind of messed up.
Okay, all right. So that's Emily's prediction. We got one more. Mark over here. Mark, he even prefaced it with, "This is pandering." But he said Contracts is going to hard smurf the game with 4K plus A at 15 minutes. Again, he started out with quick 2 kills.
How do you feel about teachers' pets, huh?
Yeah? How you doing?
Is it pandering if I also believe it, though? Because he started so good.
I did start so good.
Okay,
I don't know what happened.
So what's your take here? Who do you think?
Well, Mark is for sure safe because I liked his one the most.
But we don't like teachers' pets. You guys like teachers' pets?
Oh! Plan backfired, Raz. Plan backfired. Okay, so Contracts is calling Mark safe, so it's down to Emily and Raz here.
Think about our history, okay? It exists.
I did sub in for Adinatos Scrim 5 years ago.
He subbed in for a Dig Scrim 5 years ago.
When he was head coach.
Yes.
And we lost, I think. But it's all good. We tried our best.
Before you make your final declaration, I just want to poll the audience real quick. You want a defense? You want defense? Okay, here you go.
All right, here's my defense. I've been interviewing you for years.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried to tell your story really well. I've always been a fan, I feel like that should count in my favor.
I do agree with that. You have been a big supporter of my career.
All right. Wow, all right. Emily's an effective debater, but real quick from the audience, if you think that Emily should get dunked, I want to hear you scream. Okay. If you want to hear or see Raz get dunked.
Oh.
All right. Hey,
Don't listen to the people.
End of the day, Contracts. It's all up to you. Who do you want to see?
The people have chosen.
Oh, let's go. Get in there, Raz. Get in there. All right, we're going to bring Contracts over to the mark here.
Yeah.
We've got a tee. We've got 3 balls.
All right.
You get 3 attempts at this, my friend. Mark will be your ball boy. Emily will be the peanut gallery with me.
I have faith in you, Contracts.
How you feeling?
Let's go.
You feel like you got this on lock?
I used to play baseball, so we'll see how it goes.
All right.
Oh, let's go.
All
Let's
right.
go. On your own time. Don't hold on to the
Wait,
That's gonna be bad.
are you,
Yeah, I was
Raz,
like, I
are
don't
you
want to
strong
rip
enough to
your
hold yourself
arms out
up
of your
there?
socket,
Yeah.
man. Just yeah. Oh! Oh! He's already
That's
so
close.
close. How you feeling?
He came in. He said he played baseball. He said he played baseball.
Go! Get him! Get his ass!
Doesn't matter.
Good job.
Hey! How does it feel?
Feels good, baby.
Feels
All
damn good,
right.
I bet. Raz, how does it feel? Come over here.
It sucks.
Oh, but it's a warm day out.
At least
Good
it
job.
is, yes.
Fair enough. Well, contracts. Oh, wow.
All right.
All right, get back up there, Raz. We're going again. No, I'm just kidding.
Beefing now. We're beefing.
We're officially beefing. Raz, you're making enemies on the LCS, my friend. Next up, we have... Yeah, the people want what the people want, Raz. We're not here to make enemies with the people. All right, contracts, let's go again.
That's the same thing. Slow or fast? Okay.
All right, get it. Get him. Oh! All right, one more. One more.
You got this.
Oh, you are playing with fire now, Raz. Yeah. All right, you gotta love it. Hey, Raz, you got me earlier in the show. That was unfair, so I had to give him permission to get you back. All right, I'm being told that the next teams are readying up to do some battle. It's Golden Guardians, it's Team Liquid. Lots on the line still for all of our teams in the postseason picture. From here, we're gonna head out over to the casters after a quick video. Check it out.
With summer finals just weeks away, I wanted to help my fellow LCS fans by finding out the best way to spend time in Chicago. First things first, places to be and sights to see.
There's like a lot to do and a lot to try.
Music, food, nightlife.
Walking outside and just like going to the beach, like you're never gonna get tired of it.
The thing about Chicago, there's so many beaches and they each have kind of their own little feel to it.
But I like Montrose Beach. It's a little more chill.
Hancock Tower, went up 94th floor, get a 360 view of the city.
If you're gonna do Hancock, I would suggest doing the tilt wall.
Skyscrapers and tourist destinations are great, but let's be honest, there's no better way to judge a city than by trying the food. After learning the one and only rule about Chicago food,
First off, never catch up on the hot dogs.
I went deeper. Way deeper.
Think of Chicago, you think of deep dish.
Deep dish.
Deep dish.
Deep dish. So deep dish, essentially you put the sauce over the cheese.
I put on my dairy cap and experienced the cheese pull for myself. Whether for the tourists or the locals, you can't skip the deepest of dishes. The second city has a lot to offer for sightseers.
As long as you're outside and you're walking around downtown, you're gonna have a fun time. You're gonna find something. There's always something to do.
My work here isn't done though. Chicago may have a proud sports history, but next time, let's find out if it's ready for esports.
Spoiler alert, I'll bet you Chicago is going to be ready for esports, especially if y'all show up and hang out. You will make Chicago ready, even if it wasn't going to be ready in and of itself. Show up, summer finals going to be lit. Absolutely the case.
We also got dunked a bunch earlier today.
We did get dunked. I dunked you, actually.
You did.
My first two throws were way too high, but then I kept just going and I finally hit it. It took
The
like
power is what you need. Let's get right into Champion Select. Woo! The teams are in, baby. We are loading up, and immediately LeBlanc is off the table. By the way, Ablazeolive is back in.
Ablazeolive is back, as is Olleh. Ran into him really quickly in the studio. We didn't say much. I just said hi. He said hi back, and then I had to go and get ready to cast.
Ooh, that's a cool story.
It's a really cool story. You want to hear it again? I can tell the story again.
I love it. Let's get on to the bands, though. You be banned away.
And the stashes are here as well, of course.
The stashes are here to play. I mean, honestly, I would definitely continue to stick with it until they actually lose a game.
Definitely not. Liquid is undefeated 3-0.
I also saw Steve grew out a mustache as well, so he's committed
That's
to the
important.
team. I like to see that. Still looking at the LCS team. Poppy banned away this time around, though. We won't get that trade again. Prompted by the Trundle ban. Trundle is both a good ban versus Santorin, but also would have left up, Poppy uncountered, basically, and so that springs a Poppy ban from the Team Liquid side.
Indeed, as we move on into the draft, quick table stakes for this match as Golden Guardians are indeed back in the studio. A quick personal story on the Golden Guardians side. Inero, this is going to be his last split coaching Golden Guardians. The rumor I'm hearing is he's going to take a different position inside the org, but this is last split coaching, and Golden Guardians are on the cusp of playoffs. They are tied at 8th, 9th with Immortals. This could be the second to last game that Inero ever coaches, and as a guy I followed for a long time, a man that I like a lot, I just kind of want to spell that out.
A side story to follow up on your story is that they also let Danon go, their current GM or previous GM.
Yeah.
So There has been a spot vacated. Here we go, though. Kalista got through this time around with all of the focus on the jungle bans. And so Kalista instantly picked up here for Stixxay. Stixxay and Olleh. Olleh has been one of the supports to play, you know, Sejuani support, all these melee supports that you can play with Kalista, having the extra ultimates here to pull in or engage with. But again, with all the focus on these jungle champions here, so many prio picks getting through. Taliyah, to me, is the premier mid laner. So good at roaming, especially with the giant area coverage of the E now. The rock just covers such a big space. It's amazing versus Kalista because any dashes over those rocks, you stun yourself. It's just a painful existence for Kalista. Double counterpicked, I would say.
Yeah.
This Kalista left up for the first pick for Golden Guardians, then countered in lane with the Draven with the spinning axes trades, but also with the Taliyah for later.
That's going to be fun then. Let's see how TL can pilot this one because, yeah, some really fun champions. We are seeing a lot more Draven recently, which is cool to see. Him in the metagame now as well. And it looks like Golden Guardians saying, all right, Licorice, you had your fun. You've played some Gnar, you've played some Fiora, you've played some Kayle, you've Ornn. All right, we want to beat Team Liquid. It's Ornn. Did not work for CLG. We'll see if it does for Golden Guardians. We will get the Ahri as a counter into Taliyah. Now, of course, worth noting that her ult dashes indeed will get stuffed up by the minefield, but still wants the matchup here for Ablazeolive.
All right, so are we going to grab our counter pick for the Ornn first for Bwipo? You know Bwipo has a long list of strange counter picks, so they don't have to go right now.
I like this.
Mordekaiser could be used for later. You mentioned them a bunch the previous game, the Singed, the Aatrox. There's so many different ones. We'll see what Bwipo wants to go with, but I assume he wants to go with a high priority counter lane to Ornn because they're running a Draven lane and a Taliyah, a roaming mid laner. So if you have counter pick on top side, plus you've got Draven lane on bottom side, it should be easy to put resources.
That's interesting. Yeah, I want to pick your brain about this one because I agree with the jungle pick, by the way, with the top junglers banned, grab a prio jungle, throw bans out there. And you can see there's a Singed ban, so Golden Guardian is also aware of how good that matchup is. But I want to pick your brain on this one because in my mind, it's like, okay, if he's going to roam to bot, we're going to play for Draven. I feel like I want the least volatile top possible, like a Gragas, where it's like, nothing's happening up here. We're going at Draven. See you in 25 minutes.
I like to go with the double counter picks because then if enemy jungle attention is drawn topside, you snowball your Draven, you cash in, and you go down there for sure. And regardless, if both jugglers go down there, then you hard win on the top side.
Okay,
so
cool.
I think it's the more aggressive, the win-win scenario. Vi and Jarvan now added to the list of jungle bans, pushing way down here for River.
Alrighty, yeah, let's see what he's going to find for himself. Jarvan, obviously a favorite of his, one he's done very well on. Only one game so far of that champion on Golden Guardians. 5 unique picks in 5 games for him.
Han Sama with the shout out to the Ballista lane, the hover here. Talking about aggressive, talking about playmaking.
And there's your Gwen. So going to be the answer here as well. Has nerfs in the next patch, 12.15. Yeah. Will be the playoff patch, though those nerfs are not in. We are still in 14 here, and Gwen will be your yes, I would like to crush you in the late game. We're picking a fighter up top.
And just right now, by far the most popular top laner across all competitive regions, especially into Ornn here. Yeah, should be a pretty nice time for the Gwen scaling. Should be able to get some control over there and have that Viego head towards the Draven lane. What's the support counter pick going to be like then? I kind of like that CoreJJ is saving his support counter pick to see what Olleh throws down, since Olleh has done so many off-meta support picks. This one, though, looks to be right on target.
Well, most picked champ of his career, the 35th game of Lee Sin for River. This is going to be enough to propel Golden Guardians toward playoffs. They are tied with Immortals in the standings. 2 games to play, 1-1 the head-to-head. They would love to find themselves in the top 8. They can toss only 1 game behind them as well. They can also catch and make things difficult. As now we get the final look here. Team Liquid saving support for last. They don't have a ton of engage tools. Viego, not best starting fights. Taliyah is okay-ish, but, you know, Leona, Ornn, Nautilus, those are the kind of things you're looking at here as he hovers towards the ones who do actually have engage buttons. Amumu, I mean, with, what, like 2 full seconds of stunning in lane with a double Q charge, it is going to be Amumu to find early engages to set up Draven.
I'm glad the crowd likes this one because this is my favorite as well. Amumu's only got one direction, and that is going in 2 bandage tosses and the ultimate. Team Liquid want to make money moves early. I like it. Definitely expect junglers to path towards the bottom to that Draven lane. And so Team Liquid will also benefit from Bwipo having that Gwen into Ornn, I feel like. This Kalista versus Draven, with these 2 supports, this is very, very volatile bottom lane. Everybody get down there. It's going to be a party, even mid laners. You mentioned the Ahri. If you can get a mid lane shoved out, unlock either of those, either the Ahri or the Taliyah, would have a big impact roaming down to bottom lane as well. And I also expect Cleanse to be at a premium. There are going to be so many CC flying around. You better have that.
Alrighty, on to there very soon then. Golden Guardians fighting for their lives in playoffs, tied at 8th, 9th. Team Liquid still the ability to move up in the standings here. Solidly in playoffs, of course. Right now, though, a game and a half behind 100 Thieves, and they play them tomorrow. The ability to grab second is squarely, I believe, in Team Liquid's hands. Win here, win tomorrow, win a tiebreak. Congratulations, top 2 guaranteed. Their fate is under control. Will TL make it happen? Can Golden Guardians upset that? We are ready to go on to it in just a moment here. Under Thieves fans hoping that there will be a Golden Guardians victory. They will guarantee top 2 with it themselves, as they will cap Team Liquid at 12. Let's go. Liquid chants from the fans, and I'm excited to see these fights play out.
Certainly am. Okay, no crazy level 1s opening up, but I do see a sweeper on CoreJJ, so maybe they go in for a sweep for the Raptor Ward, give some soul lane some experience, some gold. What's the plan here, Core? Delayed invade? Looks like it, because Bwipo's kind of hovering already.
His plan is to give someone a hug, okay? He was spamming it in the brush.
It. That is a good plan. I will take a CoreJJ hug any day.
Yes,
even
nice.
If he's been in the dunk tank.
Nice.
Minions have spawned.
No sweep on the Raptor Ward, though. Okay, so it is going to be, I would expect junglers starting top side of the map. Again, you see Kalista, Draven, Nautilus, Amumu. You know somebody is going to die, so better get down there quick.
You got this. Appreciate that. Nice positive messages. Thank you. Positivity in esports. Could do with some more. Golden Guardian's gonna start the blue buff. Bwipo knows it for sure.
Give him a brittle. Hansama gonna get a spinning axe here. Charged up a couple adoration stacks. Draven players always like the leash. Start charging those up early.
Yep, and they even get to fake the leashing, of course. I believe Viego is entirely not in fog, entirely in fog, unspotted. So even pantomimes a blue buff start for him. Though he is gonna be starting top side, and without any deep wards, I believe there is no info known which way he's going, though you probably expect both junglers playing top to bottom.
I mean, I definitely
I'm just saying he fake leash, that's all, you know?
Like,
good early damage. Q comes back in for the auto attack there as well. The Glacial is on, but the burn is already there. The flash forward! And he gets first blood already! But will he die? Is it enough for Kalista? Once in for a bit more, he finds it back. Onto Ablazeolive though, already! There are 3 kills on the board, but Stixxay, you may have cashed in adoration, but I cashed your chips right here!
Oh, there is indeed blood in the bottom lane, but there's also blood in mid lane. Phreak, that's what I'm talking about. Whenever you have a Draven lane like this, where you know there's going to be jungle attention, that means the other lane's unsuspecting. Level 2 Santorin gank. Red Raptors gank through mid, and that ward was placed by him as well, so gets to get the extra safety for Bjergsen. Meanwhile, though, for the Golden Guardian side, they actually give some credit to their first pick of Kalista. Hansama flash forward on the Draven, he gets the kill, he gets the meager cash in on the adoration stacks, but it's 2 kills in the hands of Stixxay. Here's another look at it. The famous Hansama Draven, by the way. CoreJJ goes in, they both proc their glacials, get the extra slows for chasing them down, flashes forward, extra spinning axe, Olleh is dead. They get the cash in, they get the first blood, but all the spears get rended out there from Stixxay. Nice job from him too. Had a extra one on the minions. CoreJJ, as we said, Amumu only really goes one way.
Yep.
Tries to get out. Stun here for Santorin. Good flash to guarantee it for him. And Abadaga does not flash early downwards, so he dies.
Kind of interesting choice there by Olleh. I mean, he chooses to save his flash ultimately. And of course, with TP down, he has no other combat summoner. So it's like, okay, flash the stun and be killable next time, or save it and maybe it gets better next time around. But we've got a jungler, by the way. Huge damage. Amumu able to flash to safety. Re-engage finds Olleh. But is there enough of the Kalista? Not enough. No, they're going to get both kills. This is a double kill for the Draven. And the damage is not quite there. Core still alive. Hansama on the chase. I believe he does not. With Boots have the kill. Oh, that was so close. Santorin nearly found another one.
Ah, more blood for the blood god. Bottom lane, baby. Draven is excelling in the gladiator pit. Stixxay sticks around to pick up the minion wave, though, so at least he won't be denied the minions here. He's going to be able to pick those ones up. Both junglers, of course, drawn to this very volatile lane on the bottom side of the map. I'm still going to be curious about which mid laner then gets to join that party first, because that party is going to be rocking all game long down there. As soon as the mid laners get to start roaming around, it gets even more spicy. Meanwhile, in the non-party zone, the top laners who went home early, they actually didn't even show up to the party. When they're left alone, of course, that Gwen does get the CS lead. Charm after the hook from Olleh. CoreJJ was a little bit slower on the support roam, so not in range for that bandage.
River now going to shadow this one because guess what? Santorin presence is known. He drops control ward. Everybody knows everything. That he's right there. Hex Flash, he actually catches him. The root's going to be there as well. The Charm Flash, they know he doesn't have it. Revenge, no, Olleh. He was guaranteed to die. He had no escapes. Steals the kill from his mid laner. That is a mistake. The top laner straight back.
This is full Champions Queue vibes heading into the LCS. Kill after kill after kill. We've got 7 here at 5.5 minutes. The mid lane roams explosive. Bottom lane as well explosive. Both supports, by the way, do not have flash. So Nautilus and Amumu, very vulnerable targets. The AD carries don't have flash either. Until Bwipo gets level 6, they probably won't go.
He's got grasp, he's got 6. Oh, the ulti came in. I think that might have been the chance of the kill. I mean, it was a flash diff. He may have just about had it, but Bwipo hits 6, hit the ulti, gets health right back up.
All right, gonna continue on pushing. Does have the 10 CS lead for himself thus far. This is what you really get out of that counter pick matchup. The, Brittle Pro.
Flash Q. Oh, the dash. Oh, that E. Oh, Gwen is immune. Nearly a solo kill for Licorice, but a flash is burned for nothing.
Bit more damage traded on the bottom side, but here's the first mid lane roam, baby.
She decided to bring him to the party, but Bjergsen cannot get the fling back. Licorice able to get away from it in time.
Yep, on the other side, gets flipped forward with the Q going the opposite direction. Licorice actually in a position
Q
to look for vengeance.
No mana at all.
After the field goes away.
I don't think he can get in range. If he walks up too much. Yeah. I think playing to his limits, kind of new.
Now he's looking for the lazy recall. Go deep around. Go this way. Go this way.
Oh, you go. So close to the knock up there. Licorice cannot quite find it. Exciting action-packed game. Not quite a kill.
We've got a jump scare movie going on here. Every swing. Not going to land this time around, though. Let's check right back in with those junglers' experience. Let me see how close they are to level 6, because then it's going to be a hard push for a kill. As soon as you get 6 on Viego, you know you basically have a kill in your hands when there are flashless carries on the map. Should get level 6 off red buff. Santorin does. All right, see where he goes next then. Bjergsen already used the roam up towards topside. That means a Ablazeolive here. Ult advantage on the Ahri. I would expect to make the next mid lane move. He's got a bit of a window here, pushing out the wave. And Santorin kind of comes to check. I like this. He's checking, making sure Ablaze is not roaming to the top side. Team Liquid doing their best to keep track of this Ahri with ult.
Oh, Santorin with
bottom lane coming up.
Yeah. More blood for the Blood God. His Warhammer goes in after the Rift Arrow down. He's going to find himself
Kalista
next little bit. Oh, they're going to find the Q of Flash over Hansama, but that's still going to be a pretty easy setup for CoreJJ. The kickback is there. River gets whichever one he wants. Will be a Herald claim, but honestly, kill is relatively close in gold.
And it gets traded for the Dragon anyway, so should be a Dragon trade here for Golden Guardians. Wow, they actually go for the blue buff steal instead. So Kalista goes to push out the wave on bottom. Blue buff steal first here for River. They're going to take away the camps instead of focusing on the Dragon. Now, You ask the junglers a lot of the times, they'll just focus on getting themselves ahead and taking camps for golden experience rather than focusing too heavily on these objectives, on these dragons, which kind of usually draw my eye. So River is going to take away those 2 camps before Santorin heads down to bottom side. Now Santorin has no blue side camps to go for, and they've got wards.
And Licorice getting pretty crushed over here, though. Will catch up a little bit in farm, but it's okay. First plate dropped, but no one in gold range for it, so it's just, you know, a low health turret. And now TL are going for the first Drake.
Yeah, so instead of taking the dragon, they took blue and Gromp and pushed out the bottom wave, but the dragons have been buffed. Like, these are so valuable now. Team Liquid will, it looks like, be able to burn it down in time. 3,000 health, yeah, too far away there for the Lee Sin. So Team Liquid, they get the Herald as well as the Dragon out of it, even though CoreJJ got caught and got kicked in there by River's first Lee Sin ultimate.
Yeah.
They get 2 objectives.
XP-wise, Dragon is about as much as Gromp is. Okay, you get more gold individually to, like, hit a power spike, but yeah, I feel like this did not pan out the way maybe Golden Guardians hoped, or they really believed that that was going to be the correct trade. Disagree. I mean, I'm on your boat here.
Especially because they've got Kalista, you know, it feels like a pretty quick
Dragon's
burn on Dragon. Dragon number 1 is actually, doesn't feel like it takes a lot longer.
40%.
I know the health scaling is a bit more than the base health that was added, so.
Yeah, basically for anyone at home, Dragon 1 and 2 are 40% tankier. Dragon 3 onwards are 60% tankier. Just like, it's like off by 1 or 2% per level, but like just 40 and 60 is gonna be accurate.
Yeah, pretty close. All right, definitely gonna return here for the next scuttle though. River picks it up. They've got vision control of this kind of bottom highway. This is, when you have a killed game like this where there's so much action, this river control is huge. Just the pathway for the supports as well as the junglers and mid laners to be able to get those roams off as soon as they push out their minion waves could be the site of our next one.
Party slowed down a little bit, you know? I don't know if someone, you know, narked and, you know, they got, you know, knock on the door. Can you please close, you know, quiet this one down? We got some noise complaints.
They got a noise complaint there.
Yeah.
Bottom lane was bumping the tunes. We're gonna approach a new one though with the level 6s for the supports coming in. Amumu has ultimates, Nautilus has ultimate. Those are very, very dangerous. So see if we can get the next gank from junglers down around support level 6s. Looks like Santorin will be the first jungler to head down towards bottom lane. They need to, though. This ward is kind of problematic. Clearing out the vision around these is also quite big. Maybe CoreJJ Sweeper is coming up really soon. We'll be able to clear it out for his jungler.
And they keep Team Liquid on the aggressive
the
side.
timer was actually kind of hidden there.
Okay.
It's like it's not coming up soon at all.
Okay. Forcing him forward, though. Waiting in the fog now is Santorin.
Meanwhile,
yeah,
Ahri, you see Ahri coming down the highway here through the river.
And with Ahri coming down, they feel safe. Okay, we can walk up. We can sweep out wards. Is there a jungler? Santorin's like, oh, Ahri's coming down. I've got to leave. Like, good coordination there. The highway, the river vision is entirely owned by Golden Guardians. Makes the Ahri move pretty safe. But, oh, early flash. They're going to try. Kick into the wall. Charm's going to land. Cleanse forced out. A pretty good sequence of events. Everyone kind of burning summoners as required. Big thing is Bjergsen's down too.
Yeah, and those cleanses that we mentioned in Champion Select coming up pretty big there. The spellbook for Bjergsen, perfect for him. Flashes first to force the flash out of River, so he trades even on flash cooldowns, and then Ahri ultimate for his spellbook on the cleanse. Feels pretty nicely done there for Bjergsen, absorbing pressure in mid lane, allowing the Rift Trail cash in on bottom side.
Efficiency was better for River, though. Santorin spent a lot of time down here, did throw it on Herald, but only he got the gold for it. None of it went to Hansama, none went to CoreJJ, so Santorin got his 300 gold. I mean, that's, 3-4 camps of gold, that feels fine, but he didn't farm for any of it. So he's now going through his camps now, trying to get to the top side, but River able to get more done, get his blue hand off. And ultimately, Herald basically just funneled to Viego, which not a bad idea. Viego wants gold a whole lot, but even top scuttle goes River's way.
All right, Taliyah ultimate up here for Bjergsen. He doesn't have his own flash for safety, so he has to be very careful about when he goes for this roam, but definitely has the upper hand with the Blaze using his on the attempted kill towards mid. It looks like the recall for Draven Amumu actually heads through mid lane now, and you've got a grouping of 4 members Team Liquid moving for a strong invade. Everybody behind CoreJJ clearing out the vision first. The rest of the team kind of hiding here and setting up. 55 seconds left on the next dragon.
You see they grab it. Team Liquid, so we're getting all the high stat ones, a lot of attack speed and ability haste thanks to new Hex Tech, and Infernal is going to be very happy for a Draven. And honestly, I mean, 4 of them are going to love that Drake, so feels very good for Teal to grab as they knock down this bottom wave. It's pretty much last call on resets. If you have TP, you can go for it. If you don't, you pretty much don't get the choice anymore. It looks like we're going to see Bwipo recall away. And it's going to be a 14-minute Drake, by the way, so Unleash Teleport will be up for both top laners.
Okay, it looks like Ahri is actually coming through jungle right now. Meanwhile, Bjergsen going to push this mid lane first. So Ahri will be here with ultimate. Ablazeolive kind of hovering in case there was action, but sitting on a ward, River, it's turned off by the control ward.
Yeah, walk through one on the way up though, so you know what's going on. TP's coming across right now. Will they find the first engage? Nautilus will get CoreJJ. Flashes one, hits Hansama. He was back into safety, it won't really matter. TP's coming down for the other top laner. Now here comes Gwen. Will it matter though for Bwipo? Takes the Lee Sin Q. Will always land, even if you turn on the Hollowed Mist, so not gonna be too much of a problem there. But how about the team fight? Mid lane, just going back and forth right now. That one's in that one. And River gonna take a sidestep to go for the red buff here. Claim that one, get some XP, get some gold. Get the health back up.
Yeah.
And Bwipo is starting up on the Drake, and it's burning down so fast. Will there even be a smite? The jungle's not even around. So Golden Guardians watch an objective fall, and Team Liquid get 2 straight dragons.
Ornn loses so much value without that ultimate. And with Bwipo coming down too, kind of hard for Golden Guardians. They took their swing and they were unable to get the actual all-in on Amumu. Hansama does take 50% of his life with a little combo there from Ablazeolive. But yeah, it's not the best scenario to be in, but there was nothing they could do at the point where they had already committed, and now they didn't have an Ornn ultimate. So they just decided to cede it over to Team Liquid. 2 dragons stacked up for them. I am actually a big fan of secondary Rift Herald nowadays. We'll see if Golden Guardians, they finish this one up and can turn their sights towards getting some tower gold. Another big chunk from Ablaze onto Hansama.
And it will be second Herald, though. This one is going to be Golden Guardians claiming it. Top lane has basically no damage onto it. Mid lane, not too far from a crash killing, so could be a decent target, honestly. Throw in the Kalista, get any lane control at all, and you can knock the turret down with the Herald charge. So maybe a possibility here. Yeah, top lane way too healthy, so we'll see if they do get an objective out of it. Gold is still very close, to be fair. Now, of course, Adoration's been stacking and stacking and stacking. Hansama, though, is the gold lead. This man does not have cleanse, and we've seen the ability for Lee Sin, Ahri, Nautilus to go for that play. So if they can shut him down, it could look really good for the Golden Guardian side.
324 Adoration currently for the Draven. So you get that execute as well with your ultimate if it comes down to that in the next big team fight, stacking it up. Pre-team fight, plus he already has, as you said, that gold lead. I want to see a breakout, Phreak. We got such an exciting early game. With the towers starting to fall, that does mean there's more room for these Taliyah ultimates from Bjergsen. They push in the bottom tower.
Oh, they find some Kalistas in range, but he's always going to be safe. And how about what the rest of it looks like? Pretty long cooldown is missing. Olleh goes right back into the fray.
And they teleport the Ahri away, so Gwen...
Oh, that would have caught Bjergsen, but instead he dies. Bjergsen stopped to cast a spell he thought was maybe hidden. And it's just absolutely nothing. Olleh just yeets himself into death.
Yeah, who got who there? Olleh is in, Olleh is down. And now Santorin chasing with the rest of the squad. Bwipo's been chopping away at this turret. After the teleport away there from Ablaze, Golden Guardians once again, they committed there. They seem very antsy. They seem very, very scared for some of these plays. Instantly calling the teleport, and Team Liquid, they benefit simply by reacting there. They get the tower, they get the kill onto Olleh.
Yeah, and I think Hans again got the shutdown on that one. So guess what? You call that Adoration stacks? Cool, they're in. Look at the gold lead, it's 3,000 now. Yes, top lane Outer was killed. So that's, part of it as well, but they are just crushing right now as Hans out of mana, just takes the recall.
Essence Reaver coming in. Oof, that would be so big.
Oh, almost the recall.
There it is! He gets the whole Essence Reaver on top of the Sheen. Those autos really chunk. Okay, Golden Guardians hard pushing with that second Rift Herald they invested in though. Tower is gone.
Yep, only takes his share of the gold as well as 133 goes locally to each one. And I should not kill. And indeed it will slam. Circles down to 1/4 HP, so next time they get control of that will be another 500 gold.
Hug for the Rift Herald.
He hugged, exactly. Or let me give you a hug, does it, and then he's like, bye, I'm out, and Shelly just slams herself into the tower.
Just gonna hug me and leave me, Phreak?
Yep.
Sag. All right, well, they got the push on the mid lane here as they're able to respawn after the Rift Herald was taken down. Golden Guardians reset in time. no problem for them. The side lane towers being down though, they constantly let Team Liquid push in first and then look for the Taliyah ultimates from Bjergsen. He's got Ghost Flash, very mobile on this Taliyah. If you allow Team Liquid to push in both side lanes first, you're in a very, very dangerous scenario as Golden Guardians. The Gwen could come in on a teleport flank, Bjergsen as well, trapping people. Seems like this is all set up for a possible big collapse from Team Liquid. They've got CoreJJ with Flash Ultimate on Amumu, changes him into basically a completely different champion, being able to Q, then flash in for a perfect ultimate. Doesn't even matter if you die as a support at that point, as long as you get that big ulti engage for your team. Team Liquid do have the damage to back it up.
25 seconds. Soul point it would be. Can be given, but it puts a pretty short clock on Golden Guardians. Goldie back to 2,400 plus the stats of the Drakes. Probably feels more like 3.5K in terms of combat power, honestly. As we're gonna look at bot lane being pushed out. Bjergsen nearby. Santorin spots it. Will he find him stunned? Good flash for it. Ablaze gonna play pretty far away. Still has ulti. CoreJJ is gonna play around the stun. Gonna pull him in. That's gonna be an ult combo. A lot of damage here, and they're gonna find that kill. Yes, Santorin flashes in and gets it. Olleh gonna drop as well, and here's Bwipo to get even more done. Ulti coming across. River is low. Charm's gonna land. Pretty well played Ahri by the jungler. Knock up for Ornn, not gonna be nearly enough. Oh, a Zonia's for Bjergsen. Ornn goes down. No one will drop. Team Liquid get a 3-0.
There it is, Phreak. That's that feared pick on the side lane. Team Liquid, they make the early move down. They get their pick. CoreJJ lands the bandage toss on Ablazeolive to set it all up. Bjergsen W right after. Team Liquid will also get the dragon for their troubles.
And they'll try by 6 if it gets really nothing. 2-0 off the level 1 all in, and nothing else goes through. Team Liquid, 5,000 gold lead, and now their third Drake as well. Looking for that final showdown. Tia with a win. Go 12-5, and tomorrow they fight 100 Thieves for second place.
Ah, wait. The mustaches. Did CoreJJ's fall off? Oh, he's growing a fresh one, that's why. He's actually growing a real one instead of the fake ones. I like it. Commitment! Commit to the strategy. Bwipo, there we go, the one who started it all. Breaking that Team Liquid curse. Let's take a look at how they get their pick, though. Santorin comes down. They had control wards. They had River and Olleh kind of watching.
Oh, he's trying to bait into the team fight, but the thing is, it's 4 people. I think he thought it might have been just Santorin.
Yeah, Team Liquid are harder committed to the roam. You see, they're all clumped up here, so they've got the numbers advantage. And by the time, that Golden Guardians teleport comes in, by the time Licorice and Stixxay are there, the kill has already been secured by Team Liquid.
He could have just run. I think it was a lack of vision, maybe miscommunication, not sure what, but he chose to play the bait angle, but the problem was he baited his own team.
Yeah, and that comes from Team Liquid having the map control previously.
4,500 in soul point. Team Liquid looking for that 12th win. This Golden Guardians still sit tied with Immortals. Here comes the team fight in the mid side. Who's it going to be onto? Front line is Olleh. Amumu hits ulti on the 2, but not ideal targets. Will they go back in for more? Bwipo waiting around. Olleh goes towards the backside. Good side step by Han. Someone does not land the Q out of the Lee Sin, but here's Santorin getting spotted, kicking him away. River knows he wants to be safe. Control ward hops away. So big cooldown now on the W. No ulti, no dash, no nothing. And it's Golden Guardians routed, running away, just getting away from Bjergsen. No dragon to play for. It's a team fight for its own sake.
Yeah, that was almost disastrous for Golden Guardians after the no second Ornn ultimate coming through. Team Liquid looking for the counter. They can't quite catch River with his flash, ward hop, and juke, but they still get the mid tower.
Gold lead grows and grows as Team Liquid look for that top 2 finish now as find themselves looking at the left side jungle being empty. Team Liquid finding what kind of jungle they can. Well, top lane tier 2 is something, maybe a bit of damage coming through from the minions. And ultimately just getting rid of the Baron vision, and that could be the next play as Team Liquid set up their next team fight with a gold lead, playing her on Baron.
Yeah, they feel pretty confident about that too, because it's so hard to come in and face check a Taliyah when you basically get to cover an entire entrance from the jungle. This whole ramp would get filled up with the Taliyah E, so Team Liquid getting there first, having the split push advantage with Bwipo and the 1v1 versus Ornn. They can just 4-1 split push everybody, secure the vision around Baron, while Bwipo on Gwen just continuously pushes in this Ornn. It's Riftmaker plus the Void Staff here, so it is very, very dangerous for anyone to deal with that side lane there. Bwipo should be able to get priority while the rest of the team forces some dangerous positioning from Golden Guardians. Oh, he's actually
on a ward. They get the first anchor toss. Will it be enough damage? Lee Sin comes around, wants to kick back. Yes, they're going to guarantee it. No support.
Beautiful pick, though. That's an opening for Golden Guardians. Look at the minimap. Bwipo is coming up.
Solid charm, but not a lot of damage on Everfrost Banshee's Veil.
Taking their chance. They're taking their window, Phreak.
They're going to try 5v4. They've got Ren stacks, keep in mind, so it's all about how Team Liquid answer this play.
Bwipo's here.
And it's look for a team fight. Golden Guardians actually going to pull this one off. No, back in. They've got to make a choice here. Blue all comes in. Olleh will be separated. He's going to have to burn the flash. Ren stacks are still in, but they take the team fight instead. Ornn knocks down the wall, stun in a river. They find the first trauma flash out for Santorin. Over the wall he goes. Here comes the back line. Bwipo trying to access it. A flash away from Licorice. He could die. Will he get the dive? Yes, he's gonna. Bwipo gets one. The charm on the front line. They can't kill Santorin. And here comes more attacks that Hansama wanted to chase down. A 1-for-1. They took a 5v4, and Team Liquid won that fight.
Yeah, Blaze got behind Team Liquid and got a nice snare onto Santorin, but with the ulti out there, it's actually just Gwen difference. Chopping them up, healing constantly with the Riftmaker, with the Conqueror, and the Baron is gone in seconds.
Mastermind bait by CoreJJ. Leads his team into a follow-up 1-for-0, and the Baron claimed indeed.
True.
Bwipo slapped the lane. He's done more in team fights.
The sacrificial Amumu.
Sacrificial Amumu, you know?
Baron play. Here's a look at it. And it was, you know, just them running in. Instant reaction from Olleh. As soon as he places that ward, he goes, oh, we see the Amumu. There's no chance after that for Core to move. They got the hook in, right into the kick from River. Nice timing from them to get it. Here's where it gets dicey, of course. A lot of Baron damage taken from Golden Guardians, and then sectioning off the rest of the team here. This is a good move from Ablaze, though. He did get the... Never mind.
Looking at another play now. Santorin would like him. Ulti, maybe for the slow, maybe almost assassination. Gonna go in once again, but they won't find the kill because stopwatch. And Hansama catches in yet again. River gets a kick into a stun, but he's gonna drop. He's gonna die. Bjergsen claims it. Bwipo back out in safe as Stixxay wants to find someone to kill, but doesn't have it. Here comes the rest. Santorin gets another one with the ulti, and it's just a mop-up now at this point. No way you can do anything. A recall just for some swag. The Bud Light ace comes through. 14-5. It started out with a 2-for-1 to Golden Guard at the bottom lane, but Team Liquid have been active everywhere. They do not need the Dragon Soul. They will go for the Nexus.
Yeah, clean ace with Baron. They're going to push really hard. They can't get all the way through the Nexus. 10 seconds left on a lot of these death timers. So sending Santorin back. Looks like he'll pick up that Dragon Soul. The rest of Team Liquid finish up the inhibitor and just reset to finish the duty. But you know, this is basically Golden Guardians have been marked for death. They take 5 steps and they're done.
That's gonna be safe recall, safe walk away. And Ocean, not gonna be a problem at all. Golden Guardians had rights to the first one. They chose to counter jungle a blue buff and a Gromp. But House of the Dragon Soul is in. Ocean Drake claimed. And rawr. Team Liquid. Yeah. That's about how it feels like. They just like breathed some fire and everyone just kind of died. It was very unceremonious. But what are you gonna do? You know, it's dragons versus peasants, it feels like in this game.
Oh my God. Just burn them all down. That's the Team Liquid strat here. Objective bounties are up, but it's going to be very difficult for the peasants to claim those objective bounties, as Hansama is just going to run it straight down mid. Let's take another look at the pick. This is where we came to in live. Not sure how they ended up in this scenario in the river, but Golden Guardians try and focus down Santorin. He's got a stopwatch, though. And then you see the Draven ult kills the Blaze for the first kill. And it's just instant resets after that. River's down. There's no hope for this team. They're so far behind in gold. You're just out item, out inventory at this point.
Yeah.
Licorice tries to play it to the Forge God there. Can't call it down.
Another knockup though, hits Olleh on a 1,000 health. Almost assassin down the side as well. Gonna try for a little bit more as Ablazeolive. Ornn could follow up. They have some decent damage, and maybe finally something, nothing will go the way of Golden Guardians. CoreJJ gives the man a hug, and Ablazeolive hits the dirt.
There's not gonna be much but dirt left of their base pretty soon either, Phreak. Hansama gonna melt this tower. They're inside it. I don't even know why Bjergsen went to the top side. They're gonna push in on these Nexus turrets. He's gonna get the other line. I guess they want to collect
no Baron. I think it's wave clear.
All of them. Looks like a split call. The rest of the team's just gonna push in on these Nexus turrets. They'll finish up every single inhibitor. Team Liquid are completionists.
They are. Yeah, you gotta get 100% done. You know, make sure you've checked off every single box. You've seen all the endings when possible as well. And you know, you get the gamer score out of it. So pretty solid here. Team Liquid gonna knock down top inhibitor turret. Inhib itself laid bare. Ablazeolive up in 3 seconds. But Taliyah, while we're making not much going on right now, a river could be a target. Also makes it hard for Ahri to join the fight, but the wall is back down. And again, we know top could be the target. Anchor, oh, that could be a whole lot of damage, but CoreJJ doesn't have the ulti, so he seals his own fate. Chasing in for a bit more. Ablazeolive gets away from the Draven ulti. Stixxay nearly drops, but will not do so. Gets the rend out in time, but it will not find the kill. Time for Ocean Drake regen, and maybe time to just back out for good. 5v4. Might have worked around Baron, but
yeah, finish up the triple inhib. Once you have all 3 of them down, and every lane then gets double super minions coming out of it.
I think maybe a required attempt, but Flash, of course, is still going to be available. Ablazeolive a flash back to safety now as well. Hansama now feels safe without the engage tools ready. His own flash is still up. And he's going to be fine. Walks away from that one. Double, triple inhib is down. Team Liquid 12,000 gold in the lead.
That's why, Phreak, you go for the completionist strategy. You don't just rush in and try and end in the 5v4 at Nexus turrets.
Yeah.
Because if you go too deep and give up the kill, now at least you have all 3 inhibitors down. Again, once all of those are double supers, there's just so much pressure on the map, even without you having to do anything. It is almost trivial to end it, especially with an 11.6 thousand gold lead. So let's get right back to it.
4-1 on Kalista. Unfortunately, not a lot going around him anymore, as here comes the end game push. Baron up in 45 with Ocean Soul. Feels like you can just play for the siege, end the game itself. Double Nexus turrets, the last things left in the base. Bwipo knocks down some patrol wards. Team Liquid, looks like they are playing it relatively slowly. Maybe they actually play for the Baron to end it.
I would say all you really have to do is avoid getting engaged. It's kind of difficult versus Nautilus Ornn, so that's why they're giving them so much space. But if you can just wait outside and push these minions in, the minions will overwhelm Golden Guardians. They just won't have enough damage to kill all minions. And so you just kind of give them space.
Yeah, okay, stopwatch burn. Looking for the kick flashback. Can they still find Hansama? They get the first with the Ornn. They get the rest maybe a little bit. Looking for Hans. They get the shutdown. Will it be enough? Ornn's already dead. Ablazeolive dropped now as well. And it's a nice attempt, but it's going to be everyone else dropping. Stixxay in the wings, but he cannot find this kill, I believe, as the rest of his team has dropped. He is alone. He's running away. The chase through is here. Santorin would like to get one more kill onto the board. The flash follow. A flash to safety. Stixxay's KDA might just survive, but CoreJJ finds him. Bwipo's here as well. The Nexus, will it die? It will, as the ace comes through yet again. Team Liquid are set up for a duel with 100 Thieves for second place.
Let's go! The mustaches hold strong. Another win for Team Liquid. Bwipo, a happy man. The Gwen counter pick on top side benefited from so much action everywhere else on the map. Everybody was ganking mid, ganking bottom, fighting over and over, and it just means you get left alone in a great matchup.
Yep. And he just made very, very large differences in the team fights. This game, I think, at quick glance, might have looked one-sided, but there were several relatively close fights in the mid game that were right, nearly one more kill, nearly one back going over. I actually can't tell what they're chanting. It's like not loud enough. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay. All that matters is the energy.
The energy is high. Rah, rah, rah. Oh, nice.
The light.
Oh, we're like throwing stuff at fans. That's actually pretty great. Either way, yeah, it was a very close game. I think Bwipo definitely was a big difference maker there. Unfortunately, I think the Ornn maybe got one assist by the end of the game. Finally, the one shot down on Hansama, but had a really, really poor chance at it. And yeah, you called it, right? Give me a good matchup. Let him play on an island. Let him kind of crush that lane by itself. And all your attention goes everywhere else. And yeah, Bwipo came out and was clearly more impactful. Golden Guardians could not find their mid-game team fights to work. They would TP him in, and again, by like 30 minutes, Ornn was 0-2-0, right? Like, they couldn't actually get any fights to happen. So even though they killed Kalista, nothing came through. Unfortunate for Golden Guardians, but they still have one more game to play tomorrow against Dignitas. They are still in a playoff run. Now, after the break, we're talking with Hansama before Contracts joins us on the cast for Cloud9 versus TSM. See you there.
He said he played baseball!
Huge damage. Amumu able to flash to safety. Oh! Re-engage by Olleh. But is there enough of this list? Not enough. No, they're going to get both kills. CoreJJ is going to play around the stun. Oh! Going to pull him in. That's going to be an old combo. A lot of damage here, and they're going to find that kill. Yes, Santorin flashed in and gets it. Here comes the rest. Santorin gets another one with the ulti, and it's just a mop-up now at this point. No way you can do anything. A recall just for some swag. The Bud Light Ace comes through, 14-5.
This is a league built on speed and precision, where everything needs to perform at a pro level, especially your hardware.
They blocked the road. They want to complete the final piece of the puzzle. They don't have enough damage for it, but who cares? It's all a formality, baby. The winner of LCS Lock-In.
Even if you're hard stuck plat, like me, forever. Roccat, the official mouse and keyboard of the LCS.